Hi, I'm Rob.
And I am Katie, and this is Care Compares. Today we are trying prebiotic sodas.
So I feel like there was a hesitation in all of that.
There was.
Like you weren't sure who you were. You weren't sure what we were watching.
I don't know. It's a Sunday.
It is.
I almost said a Friday. It's not.
It's not.
It's a Sunday.
So prebiotic sodas, as opposed to biotic and postbiotic sodas.
Yeah, probiotic.
Yes.
So probiotic would be like a yogurt or fermented food, something that is living, that has like living bacteria that is good for your gut.
Okay.
Prebiotic is supposedly like certain kinds of it basically feeds the good bacteria that already exists in your stomach.
So normally all right, so we said probiotic adds bacteria.
Yeah, like living things.
Prebiotic feeds the current bacteria.
Correct.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it says that prebiotics like the plant-based fiber that acts as like food for the pre-existing like good bacteria.
But how does that... See, I would assume that food that we eat anyway already feeds our gut biome anyway. I mean, some of it obviously kills it off, like some acidic stuff or something probably wouldn't be good for it, but I just assume eventually all food that we eat would just feed it. But I guess this is a special formula for my guts, which is interesting because doesn't the human gut, like, bacteria biome thing shift between, like, regions and types of people? Interesting. Yeah. So, like, kind of a generic, like, interesting.
Catch-all.
Huh. Okay. So what do we got?
We have two brands. We have
Popwell,
and then we have Poppi.
Poppi. Now there was a third one.
There's Olipop.
Olipop, which we looked at, but we couldn't find
a similar like flavor without buying like 6 packs of everything, and it wasn't comparable. So it didn't seem like a fair shake. So.
Yeah, we want to make these as similar as possible to at least to each other in flavors. And so rather than, and I did really want to do 3 different brands. But there's just none of the flavors overlap 3 ways. Yeah. So eventually maybe we'll get to Olipop at some point because I'm kind of curious. Now, we've done Poppi as a brand once.
Once. We did it for our root beer episodes. So
where can they find that if they're looking for it?
Up there.
There you go.
I recall not particularly liking the root beer flavor.
This is the part where we're going to cut you a clip of that, of how badly we didn't like this. That smells like pepper.
Well, no, but then once the bubbles dissipate, it smells different.
Oh wow, that does smell super different.
That's not a root beer.
Jesus, what is that? That is not. What is that?
I don't think it's.
No, I do. What is that?
You know, I would still try some of the other flavors.
And there it is.
But perhaps, maybe it was just the flavor. Maybe it just wasn't for me. Maybe they will.
We felt really strongly about it.
We did.
I remember distinctly.
But maybe this will be the episode of Poppi's redemption for us.
We've tried to do redemptions mostly for Kroger, and Kroger has disappointed us every single time. So Poppi, we're rooting for you.
Okay, so.
Well, Popwell is more fun to say.
It is.
Yeah.
So, quick rundown if you did not see our root beer episode. So, Poppi actually it's a Texas brand. They got really popular in like 2018 on Shark Tank, and they have a lot of they used to have influencer type people like posting things about like drinking Poppi, like Hailey Bieber and like Kylie Jenner. And
that's Hailey Bieber,
the one that's married to Justin Bieber.
Oh, that makes sense. Hey, do you know that Taylor Lautner's also married to someone?
To Taylor, yeah.
To Taylor. Anyway.
Fun. So supposedly they have 5 grams of sugar. I think each of them actually contains apple cider vinegar to kind of give like a bit of a zing. So we'll see if that, if we can taste it, if it, has any positive or negative effects for our taste buds. They use agave inulin, which is the.
Is this everyone? Probiotic. Is both of them or just?
Just the Poppi.
Just the Poppi. Okay.
And I think it was last year, I think around 2014, they actually had a lawsuit.
Oh boy.
That had something to do with like people thinking like it was like misleading health claims because I
wouldn't be surprised.
They only have like
that's
Popwell.
Yeah.
They only had like 2 grams of fiber or 3 grams of fiber, something that people thought was like negligible. So anyway, I don't know. I don't really know where that kind of like landed, but I do know in early 2025. I think it was around March or May.
So this is just like a couple months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So that was in 2024, and then in early 2025 they got bought out and acquired by PepsiCo.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. So who knows if that had some play in it? Having like a big company kind of like sweep on it.
I mean, isn't that kind of what you? I mean, I feel like that's like the young, like business person's kind of game is create a product that's interesting enough that a major company buys you out, and then you can just take your money and go.
Perhaps.
I don't necessarily blame them, but now it's not their problem anymore.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay, and then Popwell, because we casually seen obviously Poppi in the store, and then occasionally Olipop. Popwell only came out in February of 2025.
Oh, so this is new.
Yeah.
Wow, this is the newest thing we've ever reviewed, besides like the shorts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course. So Popwell is owned by a company called Talking Rain Beverage Company that's based in Washington. They also do like sparkly ice kind of like products or something. I think that's what the other brand's called. Allegedly, their Popwell contains 25% of your daily fiber. It has 6 grams of fiber in one of those cans.
It does say 6 grams. It doesn't say it's 25%. But if this is 3 grams at 11%, it's approximately accurate.
And Popwell has 1 gram of sugar. They use stevia as their sweetener. They're also cold crafted, if that matters to you. And they supposedly, a good amount of their products, I don't think they're...
They have added vitamins in this.
Yes.
Vitamin C, niacin, biotin,
zinc,
B6, B12. Yeah.
Yeah. What else was I going to say about that? That's mostly it, I guess.
These two have caffeine as well.
Mm-hmm. So those two, the citrus one, the cherry, whatever that is.
Cherry citrus. Yeah.
That one is caffeine free, but the other ones have
40 grams?
40 grams, which is...
milligrams. 5 milligrams. Grams would be a lot worse.
40 milligrams of caffeine, which is roughly about like a cup of black tea.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah.
So the flavors we have currently are, we have Alpine Blast from Poppi, which is equivalent to lemon lime. That's your Sprite. We have cherry citrus and cherry limeade. I don't know if these are going to be too similar, but we're going to try.
I think
They might be. They do also do like a cherry Coke, one of them, but not both of them, I believe.
Correct.
There's also a orange cream and an orange cream. So these are definitely identical, at least by their own claims. That was really loud.
Yeah, that was.
Let's do it again.
No.
But, okay.
So we are going to pour them side by side and...
Yeah, so we'll start with, I guess we'll figure out what we're going to start with. We'll pour them into a glass. One of us can drink from a can, one can drink from a glass. I don't really care. But this way we can see what they actually look like as well.
Okay.
And I guess we'll go from there. I'm curious. I don't really have expectations other than the fact that Poppi's probably going to be terrible, which makes me think that Popwell is also going to be terrible based on previous experiences. But that's all I have going into this. I don't know. Anything for you?
No? I mean, hopefully it was just the flavor of the
root beer. All right, yeah, we'll see. All right, we're back in just a second. Enjoy these commercials.
I think we should start with lemon lime.
All right, so we're starting with lemon lime.
Yeah.
How do you feel about Sprite?
I don't mind it.
Yeah,
I mean,
same. I think I prefer ginger ale.
Yeah, that's just because we're old.
You heard it here first, folks. If you enjoy ginger ale, you're an old.
No, I always just equate it with when you're feeling sick or whatever. It was usually
only sick people get old.
No, just as a kid, if you were feeling under the weather, you'd have a little bit of ginger ale to help settle your stomach.
So what does it do with old people?
Nothing, but I think of that and I also think of Sprite potentially because they're clear liquids. But I don't know. I feel like ginger is more in your face kind of a flavor, and I don't.
That's
think
good, right? We like that though.
Well, yes, but
we've done a ginger ale episode, ginger beer.
No, we did ginger beer, which is different than ginger ale.
That's true. But you just it's is it because old timey?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a more traditional flavor.
So if you're traditional.
Okay, so it's just
clearish. Well, it's got a yellowish hint, like an off-white. Oh, that one's yellow.
Oh, weird. Is that the apple cider vinegar?
Maybe. All right, so, oh boy.
Okay, I'm just looking at the Popwell. So the ingredients, so carbonated water obviously is the first, soluble corn fiber, contains 2% or less of apple juice concentrate, acerola fruit juice powder, natural flavors, natural caffeine, niacinamide, vitamin B3, calcium, Okay.
And that's your Popwell,
sweetener,
right?
Yes.
Okay, so the Poppi has sparkling water, organic cane sugar, cassava root fiber, organic apple cider vinegar, natural flavors, apple juice, and it just lists various.
It could be the apple juice too. Of why they both have.
What do you want to start with?
Yellow. I will start with the Popwell.
Go ahead.
It smells citrusy.
Yeah, it does smell like a Sprite. Oh, it's actually not bad.
It's not bad.
It's pretty light.
I kind of wish there was a tiny bit more carbonation.
It's pretty flat. It's not bad. It's a little lemony. It's a little limey. It tastes like a flat Sprite.
It does.
Okay.
I feel like that'd be excellent if you were sick.
Not about excellent, but
Did you ever remember that, like, when you grew up, or maybe this is just a me thing? They like my folks would let like the Sprite kind of go flat a little bit if you were like sick. So
no, that's weird. Aren't the bubbles supposed to be good for you though?
I don't know.
I mean, I know like sparkling water is supposed to be good for your teeth too. It's like it's sparkling water in general. Kind of like I mean, it's great for everything. It's great for carpets, your stomach, your teeth, probably your hair. I don't know. Okay.
I don't know.
All right, here's.
This one has a little bit more carbonation, at least at the top.
Well, it looks like a beer actually. It looks like a flat beer. It kind of does. That's a sweeter.
It's not.
It's closer to a Mountain Dew to me.
Is it the color that's doing that for you?
Well, I mean the color, but also like the flavor tastes more like sweeter. Makes me think of Mountain Dew more than.
It doesn't taste like a Sprite. But maybe that's what it is supposed to be because it's Alpine.
You know what's what? You know what though?
It may be trying to be more like a Mountain Dew. Maybe we got that wrong.
Alpine Blast Mountain Dew.
I could see it.
Okay.
I could see it.
You know what's funny though?
It's not terrible.
It's actually not because we had a pretty. I'm pretty
sure.
There
was a visceral reaction with the root beer.
Yeah. So this isn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. They're kind of different though. I don't know if I could even compare the two necessarily.
No, not necessarily.
Okay.
That's more of an us problem. We just saw it because they're both green.
Green and vaguely Alpine flavored. But I guess
whatever Alpine flavor
when I think of Alpine flavor, I think of like I feel like a Sprite would be Alpine, and a Mountain Dew tastes like the slopes. Like the ski slope is for a Mountain Dew because it's a mountain, but Alpine is like an alpine forest. Like so, if you're out in like a cabin, you have a Sprite. But if you're skiing near that cabin, then you get a Mountain Dew.
I feel like this is why you get those questions when you do your Twitch surveys.
That's true. Yeah. I get weird questions. I've gotten the question about like for if you get Twitch RPG surveys, whatever, and they ask you things like, "Oh, what fast food brand do you most associate with Twitch gaming?" None of you. I
stay at home.
I stay at home. And do you think of Burger King or Taco Bell? I really don't. When was the last time you had them? I don't because they're actually kind of gross. Would you recommend them? No, not really because they're again gross and kind of expensive. Anyway, all right. So next we have cherry citrus and cherry limeade.
I think they must be at least somewhat similar.
I hope
Hopefully,
so. All right, this one's kind of
this
pink.
One has.
What are these colors? All right, so you had the Popwells initially.
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna scooch these kind of like this. You guys can see what I'm doing off camera. Okay.
So, I mean, cherry juice is still up there.
Sparkling water, organic cane sugar, cassava root fiber. This is all the same.
Where's it getting the color from? Is it from the cherry juice concentrate, probably? It also has a fruit juice powder. Fruit and vegetable juice for color. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, all of these contain 4 or 3% juice or less.
Yeah.
So, okay, I guess we'll start with yours since you did the Popwell first. We'll do the Popwell again.
I like the color.
No, that's a fun
color.
It's
a little hazy, though.
It's weird.
Which may make sense because it has juice.
I mean, that's a weird, unnatural color.
Well, it has fruit juice.
Okay. Well, supposedly, but it's got.
It smells very.
3%.
It smells very cherry.
Oh, it does smell. You love your fake cherry. Here we go.
Do.
Oh.
I like that.
Actually, that's pretty good. That's actually really good.
It is like. It's
again
still,
a little flatter.
It is a little flat.
Oh.
But to be honest, like the flavor's good because it does taste. It tastes like an elevated cherry juice.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm
pleasantly surprised.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, let's see. And then we've got the cherry limeade.
Okay. Does it smell like anything?
I'm still kind of sick. I actually couldn't smell anything. So. Watch if it's like we come back like 2 weeks from now and we have to do
it again because we just got over having a cold.
We just can't taste anything.
Nope. There's a hint
Did you already
cherry?
sip it?
No.
Oh, okay.
But it smells more kind of like a lemonade or a limeade.
Okay, here we go.
So. I like that.
You don't like it? Oh, it's not bad.
It's not terrible, but it's not the one. If I was given a choice between these two, I would
100%.
gravitate towards a pop.
And it's not, you get a hint of the lime, you get a hint of the cherry. It feels artificial. It tastes artificial to me, you know?
More so than the one that's colored like this.
That's crazy that sounds. It's not bad. It's even lighter, though.
No, that's the thing. Is
it's lighter and less sweet,
but
which I think is the opposite. I think the Alpine was sweeter.
Yes.
That's weird.
It was.
So the flavors don't seem to be overly consistent between them all.
Well, then, so this has 30 calories and it has 5 grams of sugar. This has 35 calories and it has 1 gram of sugar.
Yeah. So, more calories, less sugar, still sweeter. I don't know. I like that one better. But no, I mean, I agree with you in that regard.
I don't know if it's just like, maybe it was just too... It's not like it's even too acidic. I don't know. It just, it didn't...
All right.
It didn't wow me.
Now, these flavors are supposedly identical. These are both orange cream. You just did your nails. Literally an hour ago.
Yeah.
Show the camera.
No, because...
Because they're still drying.
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
Okay. So, in general, do you like orange cream sodas?
I don't know the last time I've had orange cream, honestly. So yours looks like a banana. Mine looks like a Mountain Dew.
Okay, so this was the Alpine. Now that just looks like a...
It looks like a beer that sat out.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm definitely getting like...
This one's easier to be more like a Mountain Dew.
I'm definitely getting like... There's definitely bubbles in here a little bit, so I'm still getting like little burps.
Yeah.
But, interesting. Yours is, again, a weird kind of unnatural color on this one.
I don't know if that's necessarily unnatural.
Or maybe it's just the way it mixes. I don't know. Let's see. All right. But, I mean, I do love a cream soda.
Yeah.
And I like orange soda.
Mm-hmm.
You know who else likes orange soda?
Kel.
Kel loves orange soda. Is it true? Is it true? Anyway.
I do.
All right. Well, talk about being old. That's dating ourselves.
Who cares?
We will give
oldie,
props to the first person that identifies that in the chat. Anyway, okay, so orange cream.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. It does smell like a creamsicle.
It does smell like a creamsicle.
I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
Not bad. There's
a weird There's like a quick weird aftertaste.
There's a weird aftertaste. What is that?
You know, it's weird. Mine tastes kind of like mustache. It's really weird. I don't know why.
One of these days, you're just gonna like shave it all off.
One day I'm going to shave it all off. That's actually going to be part of a stretch goal for our. Well, we'll touch on that later.
Yeah.
It's not.
It does have. I don't know how to articulate what the aftertaste is. I don't know if it's from like the creaminess. Like, is there any vanilla in here?
There's a hint of vanilla or something in the flavor.
Oh, it has like paprika something another for color. I don't see anything about there being like a vanilla.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know what it is. It's not 100% pleasant, whatever that aftertaste is, but it's not a deal breaker for me.
No, it's okay. It's still not my first choice so far. Okay, that smells like a Mountain Dew to me.
Oh, that's weird. It does. It is very much like citrus, kind of or like almost fake orange forward, but
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah, I don't.
There we go.
Not getting into the creaminess. It's more like a weird orange soda. It's like if you had kind of like an orange juice concentrate and you somehow diluted it more and then you added just a little bit of bubbles.
So like if you mixed an orange flavored LaCroix, like a tangerine LaCroix, with water and a teaspoon of orange juice concentrate. Yeah, it doesn't, I'm not getting any cream at all. Does it taste different from this?
This one at least had like some kind of the mouthfeel felt a little creamier.
Huh.
It's not bad, but I wouldn't call it orange cream. I would call it
orange?
I think they may even have an orange, like a straight up orange one though.
I'd be curious to try the difference.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. I'm a little surprised with how this all went for a number of reasons. We could touch up on that when we get to
final thoughts.
All right. So, final thoughts, rankings, and we'll talk price.
Okay.
There's still some bubbles.
There are, even though it.
Okay.
At least looking at it, it's kind of deceptively not.
First things first. Do they taste like what they say they taste like? I think for the cherries, yes.
Yes, I think the Popwells, it's
Sprite-ish.
Sprite-ish, yeah.
But the Poppi is more Mountain Dewy, which
yes.
makes sense given that the name's actually Alpine.
Yes, but I mean
Blast or Brew, Alpine Blast.
Yeah.
So I guess
that's more of a us problem.
Yeah.
So we just picked it because we're like, oh,
we thought it would be
the
similar.
same.
Okay. So kind of. What about these though? Not really. I think the Popwell comes closer, but neither one of them really hits the cream. Well, doesn't really hit the cream flavor for me. And the Poppi absolutely does not have cream.
No.
Like this is not a creamsicle. This is not orange cream soda. This is not whatever.
It's like
just
halfway
orange.
between an orange juice and an orange soda.
Yeah.
Like somewhere in like the middle ground of that.
Okay. Now among these flavors.
Yeah.
I mean, so like, all right. So when it comes to, all right, Popwell or Poppi, you have to choose orange. What are you choosing?
Even though it has a tiny bit of a weird aftertaste, probably the Popwell.
Choosing the Popwell.
Yeah.
Okay. Between these, Poppi or Popwell?
It's a little hard to tell.
Because they're too similar. They're too dissimilar.
Yeah.
Okay. So, but both are acceptable.
I think both of them are acceptable.
Okay. And for the cherry?
Popwell all the way.
Okay. So now, between these flavors, which ones do you think? Where are you ranking these flavors overall? Like.
Number one.
Number one. No.
That's also
Katie loves her fake cherry, and I gotta be honest. It still
tasted really good.
I'm not disagreeing with you on any point so far. So this is still really good.
Okay.
Is this a number 2?
I don't know. I don't remember what that tastes like.
Actually, no for me.
No, this one's mid. That's not a bad thing. And
middling, yeah.
Middling.
Actually, I think that would be my second choice.
In line.
Yeah. Because so we got number 1, number 2.
This isn't terrible. I think it's over here. I'd say it's a third, because it's Mountain Dew-esque.
Okay, so it looks something like.
Put that one. Yeah.
This. So this is our ranking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 across the board. So between the two brands, if you're looking at Poppi or Popwell, your preference then seems to be pretty clearly Popwell, and I agree. Yeah. As far as like the healthiness between the two of them, I don't really know the difference really in these brands.
It may be a positive alternative if you are someone who likes soda a lot and maybe you're trying to cut back on it, or you're trying to find something that maybe slightly better when it comes to the amount of sugar in it. We're also not big
we're not. That's what I was
sugar,
gonna say. We
soda drinkers.
We don't really drink soda. The last 2 times we drank soda
was for the show.
Well, once was for the show,
yeah.
And the only time we had soda between when we did the root beer episode and this episode, if you consider these sodas, was I went downstairs to grab us a can of Coke from the vending machine so that we could have a rum and Coke. That was the only other time we've had soda.
Or the occasional, if we use ginger beer or
that's true. We do use ginger beer for mixed drinks, but that's pretty far between. It was something like Aperol Spritz or something else like that. Although we do drink a lot of LaCroix.
Yeah.
So, okay. This is good. This is acceptable. These are fine. These are less good. But nothing's bad, and it kind of makes me want to go back and just. I wonder if they, without advertising, if they kind of reformulate some things with Poppi, and I almost kind of want to try the root beer again. That is maybe as a quick one, just to does it still taste as bad as I remember?
Yeah, we could always do that.
I'm kind of curious. Or should I wait 2 or 3 weeks because I've been sick? Who knows? Excuse me. Anyway.
And then eventually we will try Olipop.
We will get to that. Okay, so now these.
I was positive. Yeah, I was pleasantly surprised that
this could have. I thought this was going to be a lot worse, honestly. Yeah. I'll definitely sip on these. I'm going to have to because we have to finish them.
Yes.
We just open them all. Now we bought all these cans individually. So now, and that's the other thing. Olipop only came in a 4-pack, I think.
I think so.
What was the price on these?
So they actually are the same price. They were $1.67 at Kroger.
There you go.
So
that's across the board.
Yeah.
Should I pop the number in every single one of these? Probably not.
No.
Okay. Just say Dusty.
One here.
One right here. Okay,
Yeah.
I can do that.
So.
All right. I mean, I'm good. If you guys are following, or if you're not following the Instagram, make sure you check us out in one of these places. But particularly the Instagram for Care Compares, where we do updates about what's been going on with the show, because there was 2 weeks we actually missed. So hopefully when this episode comes out.
But that was just for technical.
Yeah, we'll be dropping 3 episodes basically simultaneously because we had some issues transferring the data from the camera into the computer so we could do the edits. So that's why we're still doing a weekly episodes and we're making sure that we're going to be caught up. So we haven't, even though we've technically missed the release date, they're all still coming.
Yeah.
So that's important. Also, you can follow me on Twitch and Instagram, I guess, if you care. But the Twitch thing is interesting, and why I started mentioning this because you mentioned the beard earlier.
Yes.
I think we'll be having a stretch goal for me to shave.
Yay!
And the stretch goal is during the month of August, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of streams for Stand Up to Cancer. We're doing charity streams for Stand Up to Cancer, so feel free to, if you want to donate or you want to contribute or whatever, you can do it there. And if we reach our stretch goal, which I think is probably going to be close to $300 maybe, so not too outrageous, we will shave. I was thinking of doing it is having $50 increments for each one.
So that you can
shave
have
parts of my beard.
Oh,
so
I like that.
Someone can shave and you can choose it's gonna be mustache, cheeks, jowls, chin. Yeah, so
sideburns.
And then chat can vote. It's all right, do mustache and jowls. So I'll just get rid of this and get rid of these.
It's for a good cause.
And it looks like mutton chops and it'll be fun. And then at the end of it, we're still gonna have to shave because in September.
Yes.
What happens in September?
We are finally getting married.
We're getting married. Woo! This is the part where I would drop confetti if I know how to do that. I probably should have said that because now I have to do that. Damn it. That's okay. Anyway, I'm Rob.
And I'm Katie.
It's been fun. See you next time.
Yes.
Hope your pop is...
Popping? What? I had to do that too. That's another reference.
To what show? Actually, tell us in the comments down below. And if you see anything you want us to make, by all means, check it out. Ciao.
Presto.